Welcome back to the Ginger Walkabout. I know, I have been the great missing ginger. I have been a horrible YouTuber. It has been a hot second since I posted a video. But I'm back, y'all. I'm here, and let me catch you up, and then we can move it on forward. So I got off the road, end of August? Yeah, to my rent house. And we talked about, I did my carpal tunnels, got my carpal tunnel surgery in each hand, got that knocked out. It's awesome. I can feel my fingers again. It's great. Just, it had to get done, y'all. You know, you got to have your health and you got to take care of yourself. So if you're going to full-time RV, you need to have a plan for when things happen, and you need to, get some medical stuff done, get off the road. In the meantime, I also went, I am a true ginger. I got that fair skin, and so I see the dermatologist every year, and for the first time, she found some things that she didn't quite like, and turned out I had a little of that basal cell carcinoma. It is the least cancery of the cancers. It's not scary. It's slow moving. Anyway, but because I had 4 of them, we went ahead and just did, general surgery, plastic surgeon under anesthesia, and cut all of them off. So now I got my scars to prove it. My décolletage is never going to be the same, but that's okay. I'm kind of old, so it wasn't really the same to begin with. So anyway, I got that done. So I had 3 surgeries in 3 weeks. And then of course the recovery time. And so, obviously that's something you got to plan for, where you're going to go. I was lucky, have a rent house with a tenant who's my best friend from college. So he let me stay there for a few weeks, get all that taken care of. And then, I always plan to eventually end up retired, whatnot, back in Texas. It's home. It just is. And so I thought, well, given the COVIDs, given the market, given interest rates, all those things, I thought, let me start looking around for some property here. Let's buy a piece of property. Eventually I'll build a house on it, blah, 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 blah. Well, of course, what happens? I find a place I love. I bought a house. Here you go, y'all. I got a little over 6.5 acres, and I got a proper house. Look at that. Now, of course, let's not get crazy, right? Lucille the van ain't going anywhere. This is my girl, and I love her, and I still want to travel. I've never lived anywhere more than 3 years. Now, this house, I'm keeping this house. This house is it. This house, I'm going to die in this house. But I still want to be able to get out and see my friends and have adventures and do all the things. So, of course, I couldn't buy a house for me and Whiskey Dog without buying a house for Lucille too. Lucille got her own house. Look at that. She got a big old insulated shop to live in. Just happy as can be. Look at this, y'all. She fits in here like a glove. She gonna stay toasty warm, protected from the hail, all the things. Right now, I got her plugged in, just on regular 110 house, but I'll eventually put a 30 amp in here. Probably put a couple of 30 amps in here, because my house comes with a base for 2 Lucilles. Look at that. All I got to do is move that 0 turn. And she got room for a friend next door, too. So, all my little van friends, they're in North Texas. Y'all stop on by, and we can park you right in there next to Lucille in her house. How awesome is that? So I know what you're thinking. Well, she's not full-time anymore. She's done. I'm out. I don't need to hear about her on her farm. I came here to hear about van life. But like I said, Lucille ain't going anywhere, and I got plans on plans, and I'm still traveling. So 2 weeks after I bought this house, I hit the road again, and it was to go see my buddy Scott from Go Small Live Large and some of his other friends in Nashville. So I went to his Nashville meetup. We had the best time, y'all. Seriously, so much fun. We ran around Nashville, we kept it safe, mask, social distancing, the whole thing. And we just, we went and did sightseeing, and Scott arranged all of it. It was absolutely amazing. So I had never been to Nashville. I know, right? So, we all stayed down there for 3 nights, and we went and we did the Johnny Cash Museum, and we did the Ryman Auditorium, and we did the Country Music Hall of Fame, and we went down on Main Street, and we checked out the scene down there. We heard some live country music. I got to hang out with Scott. I got to meet new friends. It was just, we had a great time. And then I took off with a couple of people from the meetup, and we went down to Lynchburg and, went to that Jack Daniel's distillery. Delicious. And then they've got a great little city park campground right there in Lynchburg. Yeah, you park, and then they got hookups, and you just walk right into the little town. And it's charming, and a couple places to eat. So shout out to Arkansas Tracy and Minnesota Dave. We had a great time. And then took off, and I went over to Tunica, Mississippi, did a little gambling in the casinos there. That was lovely. I mean, didn't win a bunch of money or anything, but had a good time. And then went up to Memphis and hung out in Memphis. And I had never really, I'd been through Memphis, but I never spent any time there. Went to Graceland, saw Elvis, not really, but and then went down to Beale Street, did the obligatory Beale Street. And it was just, it was a great little road trip. And it just, it was what I needed. I wanted to get back on the road. I missed the van, y'all. As soon as I was back in her in a Walmart parking lot for a night, I was back hooked. I can't imagine not having this kind of way to travel and still go out and see places and things and people and do all that. So don't panic. Stick with me. Lucille's not going anywhere. We're not going to be full time. We're not going to be on the road all the time, but we are still going to be in the van and doing some travel. All right. So what's to come? Well, what's to come is, when you have an RV, it's always something. So I got awning problems. No, it did not deploy while I was driving down the road, but I got awning problems. So we'll get into that. That's going to have to get fixed. I'm still planning to get to the Grand Canyon and Big Bend and all that. That might not happen till the spring, depending on weather and whatnot. We'll see how it goes. But, I still got some trips coming up. We're going to do that. So you come along with me on those for sure. And then another big thing is, I think I might try renting the van out. And I know there are people out there that are like, I ain't renting out my house. People rentals, they do things to rentals that are like wrong. And I get it. But here's the thing. It's a van. It's not a person. It's not my dog. You don't get to rent Whiskey Dog along with Lucille. And if I can turn a liability into an asset, that sounds like a pretty good recipe for financially hanging on to her and the house and all that. So I think for people that are contemplating buying a van or an RV, but don't necessarily have the means to just pay for it outright or whatever, or are going to hang on to their house, and are thinking about rental, then I think that'll be an interesting series of videos to keep up with how that goes along. And quite frankly, if that doesn't work, then I might think about selling her. Who knows? You never know, right? I wasn't planning on being off the road and buying a house, but it's what happened. So anyway, if you're contemplating how it would go renting out your rig, then stay tuned, stick with me, and we'll get into that. I mean, I've never done it, so I got to do all the research. I got to get her ready. I got to make sure I got the right insurance, all the things. So if that's of interest, that's going to be coming up too. So that's it. That's the update. I just wanted to get back in the saddle, as we say down here in Texas, get y'all up to date so we can move forward with what I'm hoping will be more regular videos, and let y'all know what's coming up, and that I have not disappeared. I'm still here. I've just, life happens, and I'm moving forward and doing my thing. So hopefully you'll stick with me and you're interested in some of these things I got coming up. And again, I still got the van, and I'm still gonna travel. So hopefully I will see you on the road. Well, look at that. You made it all the way to the end of the video. It's like staying to Ferris Bueller after the credits. Well done, and thank you very much. In honor of that, and in honor of you sticking with me through my hiatus, I think it's time for another sticker giveaway. So you can ask anybody that's gotten one in the past. It is 100% free. I pay for everything. The mailer, the postage, the sticker, all of it. So if you want one of these genuine Ginger Walkabout stickers, all you have to do is email me your mailing address. I don't care if it's a P.O. box. I don't care if it's your house. If it is in the United States, I love my overseas friends, but y'all's postage gets a little ridiculous. But I could try maybe. But definitely if you're in America, send me your address and I will send you a sticker. 100% free of charge. I don't save your address. I don't sell your address. I don't show up on your doorstep. As soon as I mail it, I delete it. Anyway, send that to ginger@thegingerwalkabout.com. I'll also write it down below, and I will send you a sticker 100% free of charge. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video.